Good morning, students. Let's continue our chapter State Government. So, in our last class, we have discussed about Legislative Council. Okay. We have also discussed what is bicameral and unicameral. If a state is a very large state, the population is very vast in that state, you will find bicameral, and the state where you will find a small state with few population, then there will be unicameral. Means bicameral means two assemblies, that is legislative assemblies and legislative council, and in unicameral there will be only one legislative assembly. So we have discussed in our last class legislative council. Legislative council is optional. You will find legislative council only in a large state. Okay, and today we will discuss legislative assembly. Now this legislative assembly is one of the most important state government. Okay, because legislative assembly will be there in each and every state, whether it's a large state or a small state. Legislative assembly has to be there. Legislative council, which we have discussed in our last class, that you will find only in a large state where there are two assemblies. Okay, so every state has a legislative assembly, also called Vidhan Sabha. Please don't be confused. Legislative assembly is also known as Vidhan Sabha. It is composed of representatives directly elected by the people from assembly constituencies within the state. Now the member of this legislative assembly, they are directly elected by the common people like us, okay, through election, through vote. These territorial constituencies has been set up in such a way as to ensure proportional representation of the population in the assembly. State with a large population will have a proportionately large assembly. Thus, the most populous state of Uttar Pradesh has 404 members in the legislative assembly, while the thinly populated state of Sikkim has only 32 members. Now, the member of this Vidhan Sabha or the legislative assembly, they can be divided accordingly. Okay, if the population of the state is very large, then the member of the legislative assembly will also be large. Okay, and if the population of a particular state is very few, then the member of the legislative assembly will also be few. So you will find Uttar Pradesh is the most populous state in India. So you will find 404 members of legislative assembly in Uttar Pradesh. In Uttar Pradesh Vidhan Sabha, you will find 404 members. And if you compare Sikkim with Uttar Pradesh, then you will find only 32 members in Sikkim. So this is on the basis of the population, on the basis of the proportion of the population. Okay, clear? Now, the constitution has set an upper and lower limit for the number of seats in a legislative assembly. Accordingly, it cannot be more than 500 or less than 60. However, there have been exemptions made in case of Goa, Mizoram and Sikkim. Their assemblies have less than 60 numbers. Now, our constitution, the Indian constitution, has set a limit. Okay. Like for example, in your class, if there are 40 students, then the other students have to study in another section, because that is the limit of that class. Only 40 students per class. Similarly, the constitution has also set a limit for the member of the legislative assembly. If the state is very, very populous, then there will be 500 members, not more than 500. Okay, till 500. And if the population is low and the state is small, then there will be minimum 60 members in a state. But the constitution has given certain limitation or certain liberty to Goa, Mizoram and your Sikkim. Okay, their assemblies have less than 60 members. In Goa, Mizoram and Sikkim, you will find less than 60 members. Okay. Now, in addition to the elected members, the governor can nominate one member of the Anglo-Indian community if she or he feels that the community is not adequately represented in this assembly. The assembly is led by the speaker and deputy speaker who are elected by the MLAs. Now, in that member of that legislative assembly, we will find one member from Anglo-Indian community. Anglo-Indian means the person who belongs who belongs to a family of the foreigners and the Indians. Okay, so that is called Anglo-Indian. So that person will also be included as a member of the legislative assembly, and the leader of the assembly was the speaker and the deputy speaker. Okay, they are also elected by the MLAs, member of legislative assemblies. The legislative assembly is elected for a term of 5 years. Under certain circumstances, however, the governor can dissolve the house before the completion of its term. The term may be extended in case of state of emergency has been declared by the president. Now, the legislative assembly, whoever will be the member of the legislative assembly, their term will be 5 years. They can be MLAs for 5 years. Then again they have to elect themselves to become the MLAs. Okay, and the governor of the state has the power to dissolve the house before the completion of its term. Governor can dissolve the term. Governor can dissolve the position of the MLAs also. Okay, before 5 years. The term may be extended in case of state of emergency has been declared by the president. Now, if the president declared that there is an emergency, if something happened in a state, some chaos or some revolt or some fights going on in a state, and the state government was not able to control that fight, then there will be presidential rule from president, from center. President will rule over that state. That is called presidential rule. So, in case of state of emergency, okay, if there is a president rule, then the person, the MLAs, whoever were there for a 5-year term, their term will be extended, maybe for 6 years or for 7 years. Okay, so this is how their terms will be extended. However, this extension shall not be for more than a year at a time. So only 1 year for a time. Okay, this extension will not be there again and again. If there were two types of emergency, if the president has declared state emergency 2 times, then the MLAs will only have 1 year extension, not more than 1 year. Okay, after the emergency has been called off, the extension cannot continue for more than 6 months. So after the emergency, they can only continue for 6 months, not more than 6 months. They will become MLAs for 6 months only after the emergency, not more than that. The members of the Legislative Assembly are elected directly by the people. Once the assembly is dissolved, the Election Commission announced the program for general election to the State Assembly. Now, the members, whoever are the, in our last class, we were discussed in a legislative council, we have discussed that few members are elected by the people, the common people indirectly elect indirectly participate in election, and the member, whoever will be the MLAs, they are local authorities, teachers, graduate, okay, councillors, they will be the member of legislative council. But in legislative assemblies, MLAs are directly elected by the common people. Okay, and if the assembly is dissolved, if there are no MLAs, then what will happen? The Election Commission again announced that there will be an election for general election for State Assembly. Then again we have to give our vote. Political parties filled their candidates. There may also be some independent candidate. The election campaign begin in every constituencies. In chapter 3 you have Lok Sabha. The procedure is more or less the same in case of assembly elections. So if the house is dissolved, then the election commission will announce that there will be an election, general election in the State Assembly. Then the political parties will file their candidates and they start campaigning for the election. They will do rallies and protest and all, everything in order to get vote. Okay, the process of the election is same like the center's Lok Sabha's election or a general election. Who can be elected to the Legislative Assembly? Now this is the question. Who can be elected? Who can become an MLA? Okay. A candidate contesting the assembly election of a state should be a citizen of India. First of all, the person, whoever is a candidate for the election, that person should be a citizen of India, a voter in any constituency of that state. That person should be a voter also. He has to give vote also. Not less than 25 years of age. He should be more than 25 years age. And in case of seat reserved for the scheduled caste or the scheduled tribe, a member of any of those caste or the tribe. And if he is standing from the reserved caste, then he or she should be from that particular caste, whether it's scheduled caste or the scheduled tribe. Okay, then only he will be eligible to contest an election. So this is Legislative Assembly. The difference is that in Legislative Council you will find only in large state and not in smaller state. But Legislative Assembly, you will find Legislative Assembly in every state. It is a must. Okay, and in Legislative Assembly, election is direct. People directly vote for the MLAs, and in Legislative Council, people can participate indirectly in the election. Okay, and more or less both are the same. The only difference is that. So in our next class we will discuss about from bill to act.